Egypt is experiencing a capital city crisis, and the city of Cairo is experiencing many different problems. Traffic congestion, overpopulation, temperature changes, and blocked roads are making life very hard for the most populous city in Egypt. Thankfully, everything is about to change as Egypt, the land of pyramids, some of the most beautiful cultures, and ancient civilizations, is setting out on a new journey to construct its new capital city. You will be surprised to see how innovative it is. Located 45 kilometers east of Cairo, this project will span over 700 square kilometers and eventually house a population of 6.5 million. Estimated to cost between $50 and $60 billion, the city is known as New Administrative Capital, and it is a focal point in Egypt's Vision 2030 plan, a strategy for economic, social, and urban development. But what is driving this interesting move, and what challenges does this project face? Let's dive deeper into the vision and reality behind Egypt's New Administrative Capital. If you want more videos like these, subscribe to the channel. The problem with Cairo is not singular. Rather, if we unfold the list of issues it has, that could be another detailed video. With a population surpassing 20 million, Cairo is working overtime to hold itself together. You see, traffic congestion, pollution, and inadequate housing and infrastructure are hurting one of the most popular cities on the planet. The city's narrow roads are always clogged, leading to time-consuming commutes and a high rate of vehicular accidents. The accident situation is so bad that in 2023, the city had around 718 deaths, with a population of 10.3 million. To make things worse, Cairo's air quality has also suffered, with frequent smog and pollution causing health problems and reducing the quality of life for its residents. Infrastructure problems are compounded by Cairo's historic layout, which wasn't designed to accommodate modern urban demands. While the air quality index is moderate most of the time in a year, due to pollution, around 18,000 premature deaths occur in the city, which is 16% of its annual total. These issues have contributed to deteriorating conditions in Cairo, making it increasingly difficult for the city to serve as Egypt's administrative and economic center. The strain on Cairo's resources and the desire for a fresh start prompted Egyptian authorities to create a new administrative hub, one designed with the future in mind. When all of these issues came to the forefront, the Egyptians thought of an idea that would solve the city's biggest problems, and the only thing left was to build another capital city that would alleviate some of the issues that Cairo itself has. The National Administrative Capital is designed to address Cairo's challenges while showcasing Egypt's growth and ambition. The city is planned as a model of modernity and sustainability, which is a great answer to Cairo's aging infrastructure. The vision includes ample green spaces, smart technology, and efficient transportation systems. The National Administrative Capital will host government institutions, financial districts, residential communities, entertainment hubs, and cultural landmarks, ultimately easing the load on Cairo. This initiative is also expected to create millions of jobs, boosting the national economy. The city is designed to include world-class amenities that attract international businesses and investors, presenting Egypt as a forward-thinking, economically stable nation. The new capital city is an urban community in the Cairo Governorate, and it is also a satellite of Cairo. The city has been under construction since 2015, and till then, many new projects have been introduced within the capital city. However, this new capital city isn't a standalone project. It's part of the awesome Egypt Vision 2030, which is the country's answer to its aging infrastructure and just an update for the future. And speaking about construction, we have a lot to unfold here. Construction on the National Administrative Capital began in 2015, led by the Egyptian Armed Forces in collaboration with private developers. However, this project is being built in the smartest way possible. The master plan provided the construction of the new capital city in 3 stages, catering to different sides of the project. In Stage 1, we have administrative buildings, residential neighborhoods, and essential infrastructure like roads and utilities. This phase includes government ministries, the presidential palace, and parliament buildings. This initial stage also focuses on establishing the core infrastructure needed for daily operations and movement. Then, the second stage is about residential neighborhoods, public amenities, and commercial spaces. Transportation networks such as monorails, electric buses, and high-speed rail will be introduced in this stage, designed to link national administrative capital to Cairo and other regions in Egypt seamlessly. And when we talk about the final phase, we have something that would make the new capital city fully functional, integrating educational institutions, healthcare facilities, and entertainment zones. Environmental sustainability and smart city technology are key focuses in this phase, reflecting the new capital city's aim to be eco-friendly and efficient. The entire project, once completed, is expected to house government officials, diplomats, and a mix of Egyptian and international residents. The National Administrative Capital's construction involves state-of-the-art technology, including artificial intelligence and IoT systems, to make it one of the most advanced cities in the world. But what about some of the buildings that the city has introduced? Firstly, since Egypt is all about culture, let's talk about its religious buildings. Notably, we have the mosques and cathedrals. One of the most notable religious sites in the National Administrative Capital is the Al-Fatah Al-Alem Mosque, which is one of the largest in the region. It can accommodate over 17,000 worshippers and symbolizes the Islamic heritage of Egypt. Nearby is the Cathedral of the Nativity of Christ, which stands as one of the largest churches in the Middle East, built to strengthen interfaith unity. Next, we have the Green River Park, which is a vast green space modeled after New York's Central Park, which aims to be the city's lungs, bringing ecological balance and recreational space to residents. Spanning about 35 kilometers, it includes gardens, fountains, and lakes, offering a natural escape from urban life. And then we have the key highlight of the city, called the Octagon, and it is also one of the most important aspects of the new administrative capital. Also known as the new Ministry of Defense, the Octagon serves as the headquarters for Egypt's military. This 8-sided complex is a symbol of strength, security, and national pride, designed to be a fortress-like structure while embodying architectural elegance. Amidst the many notable buildings, we have the Capital International Airport. Located within the National Administrative Capital, the airport provides essential connectivity for local and international travelers. Its presence facilitates travel for business, tourism, and diplomatic relations, making the National Administrative Capital more accessible globally. Lastly, the Olympic City in the National Administrative Capital showcases Egypt's commitment to sports and international athletic competitions. This facility hosts multiple sports arenas, training facilities, and spectator spaces, potentially positioning Egypt as a hub for regional and global sports events. On the flip side, we have a district within the country itself, and it is called the Central Business District. The National Administrative Capital, CBD, is planned as Egypt's new financial hub, featuring high-rise towers, luxury hotels, shopping centers, and corporate offices. This district includes the iconic tower, set to be the tallest in Africa at around 385 meters. Other skyscrapers and towers in development will cater to a growing business sector, supporting Egypt's aim to attract multinational corporations and investors. The area's infrastructure integrates smart systems to enhance connectivity, security, and energy efficiency. The CBD's focus on sustainability and technology reflects Egypt's vision for a future-ready urban core. With so much positivity, it is impossible to get backlash and problems when it comes to the construction of one of the world's biggest megaprojects. While the National Administrative Capital is an ambitious endeavor, it isn't without its challenges. Among the most pressing concerns are financial strain and budget overruns. Egypt's economy, still recovering from years of instability, faces the challenge of funding this multi-billion-dollar project while meeting other pressing needs like education and healthcare. Critics argue that the funds allocated for the National Administrative Capital could have been better spent upgrading Cairo's infrastructure rather than creating an entirely new city. Another concern is accessibility. Many Egyptians are concerned that the National Administrative Capital's high cost of living will exclude low and middle income families, making it an elite city accessible only to the wealthy. This will most likely form an underpopulated city, which is the opposite of what Cairo needs right now. And while we're at it, the environmental concerns are also notable. Although the National Administrative Capital boasts green initiatives, constructing a city from scratch has a considerable environmental impact, from water consumption to energy use. Egypt's arid climate poses a challenge in maintaining green spaces and managing water resources sustainably. Lastly, if the transportation networks are not efficiently implemented, travel between the cities could remain difficult, reducing the National Administrative Capital's intended role as a relief for Cairo. Despite the city's never-ending challenge, the future of the National Administrative Capital holds promise. Egypt's leadership envisions the National Administrative Capital not just as a new capital, but as a symbol of the country's aspirations and capabilities in the 21st century. In the end, the new administrative capital of Egypt embodies both the country's historical richness and its desire to innovate for future generations. What do you think about the new administrative capital of Egypt? Let us know in the comments down below. Lastly, subscribe to Stellar Builds and ring the bell icon for future mega projects related videos.